I know. You've hit the doldrums of February, the littlest month with the deepest gloom. You've had it with groundhogs and OD'd on hearts and chocolates. Well, don't fret, kids. It's February sweeps. Time to get hooked on histrionics. Sweeps, that TV phenomenon so alien even Spielberg would be dazed. The month when network execs, cable, and local news directors pull out all the grimy stops to yummy up the programming, crank up the ratings, and suck in the dollars. Computers seem to be doubling, not diminishing our stress. The monstrous paper factor demands sorting, organizing, and assembling. The point is not to up the megabytes, but simply to download the information, especially when the boss is screaming, "Find me the Kaminsky file."
4 days before Super Bowl Sunday, and all over America, people are planning parties, stocking the fridge, or wondering what all the fuss is about. Randy Mia Berman falls in that last category. We added the scores.
Okay, so what's all the fuss about football? Now that we're done with the Rose Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, the Orange Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl, we're still waiting for a Super Bowl. What happened to the Fruit Bowl and the Salad Bowl? The odds are their sexual statements don't intend to be questions, even if they sound like they demand answers. I want to have sex on the first date. I really want to kiss her. I love his hair. I adore her breasts. Indeed, Upspeak is a reflection of our time, of the American teenager's maturity and conviction. Not. This is Randy Mia Berman. That's the news for this half hour.
Coming up for many of you, more World News Now. Maybe World News This Morning. Maybe not.
When you say green, you may imagine pistachio ice cream, but Green Inc.'s much more than that. It's a coalition of companies, including VH1 and Ben & Jerry's, committed to preserving the planet. This year's message, say yes to Earth.
I mean, if you don't do more than that with your life, then it really hasn't, it can't amount to much.
I'm Randy Mia Berman for Inside Music.
Hi, this is Randy Mia Berman, and we're here in downtown New York, Wall Street, the pulse of the financial world.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, let me see what spring is.
We are here at the landmark Bull in Bowling Green in the heart of New York's financial district. I was wondering how many New Yorkers really understand the meaning of certain New York Stock Exchange terms, like, for instance, bull and bear. So I asked them, can you define bull?
I believe it means you're really strong on something, on a stock.
Toro es como campo, animales, naturaleza.
Can you define the word bull in terms of financial terms, like from the stock market?
I come from the farm, so I'm more inclined to talk about the bull and a biological, the bull.
And it has cuernos.
Bull and bear. Well, I know the bull stands for Merrill Lynch, and he's a big part of the financial district. The bear I'm not so sure about, but
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you say bear in a bear market?
Well, bear market. There's a lot of things that come to mind when you say bear, but it doesn't have much to do with the market, you know. And as far as bull's concerned, well, we all know about that. So.
Okay, that sounds okay to me. That's fine.
Now you play the Cherokee Indian, Hawaiian, and Italian. You're sort of international?
Yes.
Consider yourself international, or more Mexican, or more Greek?
No. I don't like nationalities. I think nationalities have created a lot of wars. I'm a human being. I'm just a human being, that's all.
You've had merengue, tango, doo-wop,
Hip-hop, merengue, plena, bomba.
and how they have free dance lessons on some of the nights, correct?
Yes. We offer free dance lessons on Wednesday and Thursday with the price of the evening's ticket. And we actually just had an evening of French African soukous, which was taught on Thursday night, and we had almost 200 people taking the lesson.
Wow. Soukous as opposed to couscous. Where are you from?
I'm from France.
Oh, oui?
Je vis ici, mais je suis français.
He lives here, but he is French. And when did you finish? What time?
Well, I'll tell you right now. 3:12 and 29 seconds.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
What were you thinking about while you were running?
I was thinking about finishing.
Backwards, you would sound like Regis.
Exactly. Sajir, and I emphasize the Ridge. Sajir, because if I emphasize the jis, it's going to come out regis, Sajir. Sajir would be regis.
We understand, all right. When did you discover you had this ability?
My parents said when I was about 5 or 6. I don't really remember.
And nobody had you checked out or anything like that?
Not really.
No.
Well, Regis doesn't hurt.
Is there a basis for this ability, is what I'm saying?
I think it's memory, yes. I did have a psycholinguistics person study me, and he said that it had to do with memory. Remember, I see it, I hear it. Sometimes I type, you know how people type in their heads? I type backwards in my head.
Do you have a photographic memory to boot?
No.